Hey guys, today we'll learn how to create your own contracts or agreements from templates at scale with n8n automations and AI. So let's pretend we want to create a contract just within a couple of seconds by using our AI agent. We just say, hey, create a contract for Joseph at theta.com. And we can see that first our agent pulls the data from our database, and right after that it creates a contract using the data it just extracted. So we can see that extracted our customer's name, customer emails, and even account numbers. And if we check the agreement itself, we can see that all the necessary data are populated into specific placeholders, and you can see they're pasted into the contract body itself, which is awesome. How to do that? So this is super easy to do, and this will take us from 5 to 10 minutes to do so. So we'll be using today the brand new feature from n8n. It's data tables. So it starts from data, obviously. So just prepared a Google Sheet. Right here I have my client's information, the company, the person name, the emails, account numbers, address, and everything I need to create a contract. And what I do, I go back to my n8n, I add a Google Sheet node by clicking the plus button and type in Google Sheets. So I add here a node, and I get all the data from test.dt document, and I'm going to push all the data into data table. This is an internal tool of n8n. How to create your first data table? You go to your n8n dashboard. You make sure that you're using the latest version of n8n, and you will see here the data table tab. You press here, you click here, and you press create data table button. Right after that, you will get a chance to add rows, add columns. We will need to add a couple of columns, so you press here, you type your name and choose your type. So I just created the name column, the account column, and the email column. And right now I go back to my n8n. I add a brand new node called data table. I open this node and I'll do the manual mapping. I will need a contact person, an account number, and email. So let's try to do this. I run this node, the Google Sheet node, and I get all the data that I have here in my Google Sheet. So right now I go to my data table node, and let's press the execute step button. So right now I got all the data. Let's refresh the page. I got all the data from my Google Sheet and my data table. So right now I have all the data internally in n8n, my n8n account, which is awesome. So I'm ready to build my own agent that first will take the necessary data from the data table and will paste the data into my template to create a contract. So to do this, I add a AI agent node by clicking this node in the sidebar, and after that I click the tool button and I'm looking for the data table tool. I add this specific tool, and let's open this tool, and I will need to choose the data table. It's the customer's data table. I will need to filter this data because I want to get the specific row that match my request. So I'll be filtering this data by email. So email should be equal to specific value, and I let AI to paste this value because this is how this specific button works. I will be sending the message like, hey, create a contract for this specific email, and AI will extract this email, filter all the data from this table, and get the results for the specific request. And after that, I will need to paste the data that agent got from this node into this node. So how do we create contracts? This is super easy. We go to Sendforsign.com, and this is the e-signature provider for your AI agents, for your products, for anything. We click the Get Started button and you'll get to your account. Basically, what you need to do, first, you need to create a template. I'll go to templates. I press the Add Template button, draft from scratch. Let's give it a name, demo. So our blank template is ready. I'll paste here some data so I can reuse this template later. And I will need to add some placeholders because I will need to paste some specific values right here. So I'll need file name, account number, and email. Let's create 3 placeholders. So the first one is gonna be the name. The second one is gonna be account. And the third one is going to be email. Awesome. Let's paste the first template right here, the second placeholder right here, and this email goes right here. And basically we're ready to go. Let's press the tool button right here and add the HTTP request tool. Let's open this tool. So what we need to send a API request to Sendforsign infrastructure and specify which template we're gonna use and the placeholders we're gonna fill in. So this is super easy. If we go to Sendforsign and press the Docs button, we'll find a specific API call for creating and filling in contracts, this one. So you just click the copy button, you go to n8n and you import your API request here. So what do you need to do? You'll need to paste your API key here in the headers. How to get your API key? You go back to your Sendforsign dashboard, you go here, API keys, and right here you can find your API key you can copy this by clicking this button, and if you expand this table, you will find your client key. This is important because we'll be creating contracts for this specific client. So you paste your API key below. And let's go to the JSON body. So the client key, we will need to paste the client key right here. So let's copy this key, paste here. The template key. Okay, we go back to Sendforsign. We go back to our template that we just created, and we click here and we copy the template key, paste here. And placeholders. We created 3 placeholders, so we'll be using them. We go back to Sendforsign, we click here, we copy the value of the placeholder key, and we paste it here. The second one, account number, we copy the placeholder key, we paste it here. And the third one, our email placeholder, we just copy this and paste here. And this one is super interesting because we'll be using the from AI function for this specific node. What does it mean? That means that that our agent first gets all the data, all the necessary data about our client right here from this node. And we don't know which specific data it's going to extract, but we know the structure. We are 100% sure that it will be extracting the email, the account number, and the client name. So we can specify in this specific node that, okay, in this placeholder, please paste the name that you get from the previous node. Right here, you will need to paste the email value and account value right here. And basically this is it. We're ready to try our automation. Let's open our data table and let's pretend we are going to create a contract for this email. So we expect that the related name, related account number will be extracted and pasted into our template and the contract will be created. So we say create a contract for Joseph@theta.com. Let's try to run this. So we can see that our agent just extracted the information from the data table. Let's check what the information it found. Okay, this is Joseph@theta, the account number, the name is absolutely correct. And what it did, It pasted all the correct data into our HTTP request, and let's check what's happening with the contract. We go to documents and we see that new agreement is created. Let's try to open it. And what we see that the name of the contact, the account number, the email is already populated here, and we can see them here. So your contract is ready to be either sent for signing or for approval, or it can be downloaded right here.